you?
Good, how are you? Let's see if I can find my video. Oh,
Wow, there you are. How are you doing?
good. Yourself?
I like your background.
Thanks.
It's really nice. I have about 20 people that are, so people probably get a pop. So how are things in your neck of the woods?
Crazy. I hate going out, just to be honest. Like, it stresses me to have to go to the grocery store, or we've been stockpiling a little bit on food because we have 4 kids, and every time I go, you can't find everything you need. So when you do find it, it's like, oh, you're going to grab 3 of everything, you know?
Right, yeah.
You have a large family too, so.
I actually only have 4 at home, and then I
Okay.
have one boy who's on his way home. That has been crazy. Because I had one that was at Bob Jones and one that was at Pensacola, and
Oh,
they
wow.
both had to come home. Yeah, so it was really sad.
I'm not going to get this started for you right now. You can watch on TV, okay?
Yeah.
So are they just having trouble getting home?
Well, they just don't understand the seriousness of it.
Okay.
And so, like, they were told to go home, and they're like, I'm going to stop here, I'm going to stop there, I'm going to do this and that. And I'm like,
I was like, why don't you guys come down and stay with us till this is over? I'm like, Mom, we are adults. We have jobs. He's a pastor. We have a church. We can't just walk away and leave everything.
yeah. A lot of these people are VIPKID teachers, and there's
Okay.
a few others that friends of mine. This is Laura. Do you know Laura?
I do not.
Laura! Yay! Laura actually went to China in January. Hello, Laura. Yeah. I met her online. So most of these people I know from different Facebook groups and stuff. So you are muted. So if you want to say hi, people are going to just keep coming in, I think. This is going to be fun. This is Julie. I met her online too. She's one that I referred. Hello, Julie. How are you? How are things in your neck of the woods? You're muted. Can you unmute? Yeah. I'll say you can stay unmuted unless it gets too crazy. Then we'll have to all mute and we'll have to take turns. But I have like 20 people that are planning on coming. So
Good.
Yeah. So this is the first thing of its kind for me.
Fun.
Yeah. So Laura, I saw you had a group that met today.
Yeah, we did. My Bible study at my church. We decided to try it.
Yeah.
It was a learning curve for sure.
Yeah.
I've never been like the host of the Zoom meeting before.
Yeah.
We had almost 20 people, so I was like muting people, and it was.
Yeah, we're going to have people coming in. We have like 20 people. Kristi, a lot of these people I know from YouTube also.
I know Kristi from YouTube.
Yeah, hello, Kristi. Yeah, I just did an interview with her a few days ago on my channel. So welcome, Kristi. So anyway, so I don't know exactly, I haven't really planned how this is exactly going to go, but I know there's going to be about 20 people. So for the next few minutes, people are going to start popping in. So if you guys want to just share who you are, say hello, anything you want to say, just go ahead and say it. I don't want to talk the whole time.
I'll start.
Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I'm Laura. I'm from rural Minnesota. And I'm here with my 3 kids, and my husband's working from home. So if I have to pop out, that's why. And I've been with VIPKID for 2.5 years. I'm almost on my 6th contract. And I just hit 3,000 classes today. I was so excited.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. What else do you want to know? I don't know.
Did you bring a craft?
A craft? No.
I said bring a craft, bring something to do, or a funny story. No craft or funny story?
I probably have a good story. Let me think for a minute. But yeah, I have no craft to do.
Well, if you have one, you can pop in another time. So, and Michelle, why don't you share where you're from?
Okay, I am from Massachusetts, and my husband is a pastor. We started a church here where we live in May of 2019. And so I just signed my second contract. I'm very excited about that. And it has been a big blessing to have this extra income. We homeschool our 4 girls, so I do this and go right from teaching to homeschooling, but it works out great. So I'm just very thankful for this this platform. My husband tried to get me to do VIPKID, and I bulked, and I said, no, I'm too busy. I can't handle it. So I took it on over the summer when I wasn't teaching, and got comfortable with it before school started. So it really works out great.
Forward for years, and it feels kind of a void, So to me, it was something I could do and not be like crying about my big kids. I still have kids at home, and we're homeschooling right now too. Isn't that surprising? I think we're all homeschooling now.
What am I doing? Help me, friends.
I ran into, can you hear me? Well,
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I ran into an older gentleman at Lowe's today because we're getting stuff to garden because we're preparing for everything. And he said that he didn't homeschool with his first 2, I believe, but then, and they're like 35, and now he has an 8-month-old, and he said he's going to homeschool her because he's a farmer, and he said, I want to teach her where stuff comes from. I want to teach her the things. I don't want to teach her certain things that the school is teaching them, and I want to teach her the things that they took out that's important, like certain American history and like home ec and stuff like that he gets to teach at home that they've taken out of some of the schools, So
yeah,
I thought that was cool.
And that's what I was thinking. Actually, I was thinking that once everybody gets going, they might be like, "This is actually a good idea." I mean, it does take up all of your time, but control what they're learning, and you can fill in the holes of when they learn something, you can kind of expound on it instead of waiting till they get home and what'd you learn in school, and they don't say anything.
Nothing.
Kasie, hello Kasie.
Her mic muted.
Yeah, everybody comes in with their mic muted, which is kind of nice because that way she knows the drill. She's a professional. How are you, Kasie?
Doing good.
So all of the people in the room right now are VIPKID teachers. There might be a few that come in that aren't, because I kind of extended it to my friends as well.
Good.
And I didn't say hi to Kelly. Hello, Kelly. Thank you for coming by. Did you bring your coffee?
No. I can't drink caffeine this late in the day.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think the rules are changing right now. Like, you can do whatever you want.
No rules.
I can't sleep at night anyway, so. This is my daughter. Give a big welcome to my daughter. There she is!
Okay.
Who's your daughter?
This is my daughter, Stacy. Connecting to her internet is really bad at her house, so that's always a bummer. Yeah, so she has her kids. Hello, Landon. Yeah, she does not teach VIPKID, so
now I see.
she said she would come by. Yeah, you can unmute your mic and say hello. Hey, Freddie. Now, Freddie, he looks exactly like my second boy, which he's my 6th child. But it's just so weird to look at him. He looks exactly like his uncle. Hey, Freddie.
Say hi,
So
Grammy.
did anybody bring a craft today? No? You're like, I just want to talk. A snack, yeah.
I am not crafty. Know that.
You're not crafty?
No.
Did anybody bring a funny story?
There is a craft. Did y'all watch Evelyn's video earlier this morning? Anybody?
I did not.
Okay.
Not.
I didn't bring it with me. I have a blank canvas. I haven't started, but she is painting. She's drew like a world and earth, and then she drew kids holding hands, and she's going to write like an inspirational quote about like how we're stronger together, as in China and us going through the same struggle. And then I think she's going to put it in her classroom. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it was very good. I think she's going to try to start selling it.
Oh, well, that's
Selling
even better.
Gonna
Yeah.
start selling them on Etsy, I think for 30, she said.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's
So
smart.
she's gonna start, yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome if she can do that. She is so amazing. So some of us are YouTubers. How many of you are YouTubers? Let's see. Yeah. So,
Kelly.
and then Julie, did you say you were going to do some YouTube videos?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
I
Well,
haven't decided.
I interviewed Julie on my channel, what was it, 2 weeks ago or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was really cool. So you can look at that if you want. But
That
I
was
don't
fun. My debut.
Yeah, that was really awesome.
Can I encourage
Yeah.
Julie? Okay, first of all, I like your last name. But
Oh, yes, I noticed yours.
Yeah.
but can I encourage you that if you do post, it's probably going to be needed like soon to post about how to get hired, because a lot of people come asking me within the past month because they want a stay-at-home job. So maybe post something about how to get hired, and then obviously your link and your
Uh-oh.
Right in the middle of her sentence.
Oh, I thought it was my internet.
Can you hear?
Now we can, yeah.
You're
At
good
least
now.
the paws are on a cute pose and it wasn't live.
Is it mine that's unstable?
Yeah, I think so. The rest of us were still
Oops.
here.
It just flashed that my internet's unstable. Oh no. Okay, can you hear now, Julie?
Yes.
Okay, I was just saying that different people, especially if you know them, they want to hear from you instead of a random person on YouTube. So even though there's a million videos out there, they want to hear from you to see how to get hired, but they want to hear from your voice. So I encourage that if that's something you are interested in.
Yeah, thank you. That's helpful. It makes me nervous. I don't know.
It is kind of.
I threw up my first couple times.
Really?
Kelly,
I'm
I think
surprised.
I put it in. I know. I put it in our group. I was sick to my stomach. I couldn't do lives. I ran away. My first live. There's a video of me hiding behind Eric Chong in my first live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh.
I suppose if I don't vomit, then.
Everything I read about doing YouTube was like, just do it, just, make a video and just don't be too like hard on yourself and all that stuff. But now we got all these new people doing videos, and I'm like they've taught 10 classes and they have these amazing videos. I'm like, come on.
They have time to make a video, apparently.
I
They're
guess
not
so.
taking
Yeah.
10 classes a day.
I guess so. But it's, that's what I love. I think, Evelyn's not going to be able to but she is a really awesome, she's always looking out for others and encouraging others, even though she's going through hard times of her own. And so, that's a blessing for me, and to think about just encouraging other people and, helping them along, because she's an example that as she's helped others, then she doesn't lose anything, how it goes. But I saw a picture. No, you know what? I don't want to really talk about this current events right now. That's not what this is about. I knew I was going to do it. I knew I was going to do it, but I'm like, no. I just want to share, good things and just enjoy the time. So, did anybody bring a funny story?
I don't have a funny story, but I got some pretty cool news last night.
Okay.
Well, you guys all, not everybody, but you might know me from my channel. I have been a kindergarten teacher for 8 years, and some friends are reaching out like, help me with these kids, can you help me? Can you help me? So I reached out. I don't know how many of you know who Deanna Jump and Dee Dee Wills are. No?
Teachers pay teachers, right?
Oh, okay.
Teachers pay teachers, right?
Yes, they're very big, and I got permission to video me using their products
Oh,
on my YouTube channel. So
Wow.
I start having like classes with their products. I told them, I get watch time, you get money if anybody buys your product. So yeah, so that came in like 10 o'clock last night. So I was like, ooh, okay, now I have no idea where to start.
That's great. Start at the beginning. Did you guys see Lydia's rollout? I think that was the 17th. No, Lydia, she's what's it? Learning craft. Learning
Oh,
craft. I'm
Sounds
sure you've
familiar.
seen her videos. She has a props company that she's rolling out. This is a
Mhm.
friend of mine. She is not a VIP Kid teacher. So, welcome my friend Trisha. Hello, Trisha. Connect. She lives up in Maine. She's like one of those. She will have no problem weathering this storm because she knows all the ropes of living off the land and everything else. Did you bring a craft, Trisha? I've known Trisha for many years. We both homeschooled. I live in New Hampshire, but she lived in New Hampshire, and we homeschooled in New Hampshire. Wow. And wow, is this the baby blanket? Your mic is not on. You are muted. Mine's in the bottom. Let's see. Left. Yeah.
There you go.
Is that your baby blanket for the baby that was just born?
Yes. Not my
Okay.
granddaughter.
Yeah, but like I remember we were gonna do, actually Trisha and I eventually will do some knitting videos, but she's like, I gotta buy some yarn, and then she went out. What was it, like the day you bought the yarn, the baby was born?
Yeah, the in the mail. Yep.
She's like, well, I don't think I'll get it done
Her
right
due date,
away.
her due date was the 15th of March, though. She was born early, so.
Wow, that was a blessing though. That's
Yeah.
a blessing that she escaped all this
Out of
crazy.
the hospital before, yeah.
Yeah. Before the thing we're not going to talk about today.
Is there anything else to talk about?
Oh yeah.
Like on my Facebook, everything is, you know.
About the thing we're not to talk about.
So the other day I posted a dance. I said, let's have a dance party. And so we all did gifts with dances, you know, and it was really fun. So they were like, we need to do this again.
Yeah.
Good distraction, they said.
Yes. So Trisha, what is it that you do, is it LuLaRoe, the clothing?
Yeah.
So she's really been doing that for quite a while.
Yeah, it's been almost 4 years.
4 years. Wow.
I know,
Time
it
goes
goes by
by.
fast when you get old.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
That
No,
was
I'm
big on
excited.
vape.
Well, I guess I can't talk about that because it's the thing. I'll say it anyways because it's funny. But
Okay.
the
We want
store's
funny.
an hour early for senior citizens, which is 55. So I'm like, whoo. But I don't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the grocery store.
It's at 5.
Like, thanks a lot.
Need anything, but it takes me a half an hour to get to the store where they're doing it. But I just thought it was kind of funny because I've been, the last few years I've been saying how it won't be long, I'll get senior discount. Now I'm here and it's like, it just sounds so weird. And I don't feel senior.
I don't either. I don't either.
Remember my
See, I've
dad-
still got kids, so.
My
Yeah.
dad excited for like IHOP or Denny's or something. He could order off the menu that was cheaper.
Yeah. And we can't order off the menu right now because of the thing, that we're not going to talk about.
Don't do it, Cindy.
Hey,
Hello, Kasie.
name twist.
So most of these people are fellow VIP Kid teachers, and we're just meeting up. I said to bring a funny story and a craft.
Yeah, do any of them have crafts? Because I can't see. All I can see is like from here.
They're like, they're like tired. They get up at what time do you guys get up?
3:30.
Yeah.
3:30?
2.
Wow.
Kristi.
You are good.
You know why? Because I read, I listen to music, and then I drink something. And that's why. And if
Then
I
you
don't
get
if
ready.
I don't wake up, I don't have that time to myself before the kids. That's why.
Yeah. What time do you go to bed at night?
At 7:30.
Yeah. That's
I
good.
still didn't get up that early when I had kids at home, which I still have kids, by the way, Cindy.
Yeah, we all still have kids, but
And
I'm homeschooling now, Trisha.
Mine aren't home. Mine are in college.
Right, yeah. Casey's empty nester, and she's like 25. How does that work?
42.
You are a young empty nester.
Well, you know, we were naughty teenagers. I guess I can say it that way. Met when we were 16, and on a blind date, somebody set us up, and we were both going in the military. So we got married sooner, like right at 18. We had our prom, our graduation, our wedding, and went off to basic training all within a few months. And well, you know how I am about my husband. So after 23
and it hasn't
years,
worn off. Yeah.
No, after 23 years, I'm still like, yay, he's on his way home.
Regular surgical masks are not good for not getting the coronavirus. You need a special kind. But if you're sick, you can keep others from getting sick. So, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're in the country, and this is the big question I've been looking up, and I'm breaking the rule right now. You guys,
we can't
can help me with this. I know we're out taking walks, and my husband. Okay, so I have been on the weight loss group for like 2 years or something. And I've been trying to just watch what I eat and stuff, and he'll buy cookies and, not supporting at all. But he hasn't been feeling very well. So he just decides he's going to start eating better, and he's going to take walks. And so we're out there taking a walk, and like there's nobody. And I'm kind of in the country. Like nobody's close enough to cough on me or anything like that. But I'm like, okay, is it in the air? Like, should I even be outside? What do you guys think?
Outside is fine. I think. Yeah.
I'll tell you what my students. I have a student that lives in Beijing, and her mother said that one thing they said was obviously wash your hands, but open up the windows to let the house breathe. So I would guess it wouldn't be in the direct air, like literally right around you, not coming from a person.
Yeah, so I'm like, if you live in a bigger city and somebody's walking down the road and they're coughing, then you could step into it, But if you're...
The one thing that my husband and I just talked about, because we've obviously been praying about it, and we know that God puts people in government for a reason. And so what we're leaning into is that the officials wanting people not to travel as much and everything that's going on, to respect that. We can do whatever we want to do, but to respect it, because obviously it's for a reason. And so not to live in fear, but to not get out as much, because we were going to go on vacation in like 2 or 3 weeks, April 4th. But now we're like, you know what, we're going to stay at home and play it smart, and then save up and go on a big Disney World trip with our family this time next year, because who cares?
I think going to like Grand Canyon would be a really a lot better idea.
But I love Disney World.
Yeah.
Baylor, would you rather go to Disney World or the Grand Canyon? We have her vote.
Oh, well. If you save up for like a couple years, that might be okay.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, my kids want me to work this job because I'm supposed to be saving for Disney. Like that's the big thing. Every month, so much of my paycheck has to be put in the Disney fund. So.
Oh, that's a good goal. But I just have never. I've been to Disney a few times, but.
Did you watch the movies growing up?
Actually, I'm one of the old fuddy-duddies of the world, because when we had our kids, we did not want our kids watching all of those princess movies. And we kind of let up as they got older, but we just felt like it's not real life. Like, it's not that you always watch real life, and there was a lot of like magic and just things that were contrary to what we were really, really strict with our beliefs, and I felt like it was really okay at the time. Huh?
I'm going to tell a story.
Okay. Go ahead.
In regards to that. since we've known each other for a very long time.
Okay, be nice.
I am going to be nice. It was 9/11/2001.
Oh, my word.
I remember calling Cindy and saying, I know you don't let your kids watch TV, but this is important.
I'm like, what's the World Trade Center?
History happening now.
Yeah, that took me a long time to process that. I just was like, what? Because I didn't watch TV. We did not have a TV in our house for probably 10 years. And then when we did bring in a TV, we only watched videos of selection.
Did you watch Home Alone ever?
Yeah, we did watch that.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, because I remember the World Trade Center towers being in that movie.
Oh, yeah. See, I probably wouldn't have known. Of course, it takes you like 10 minutes to kind of put it all together. But at the time, Trisha's the one that called me, and I'm like, what is this? And actually, Trisha, I know someone now that I've met that is a good friend of mine, and his father died in one of those airplanes. Yeah.
Our neighbor that lives over here, he moved away from New York because he was there when it happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, that was like, I was like, I wasn't sure if you would do it or not.
Cindy, are you hiding under a rock? Well, something like that, It's my kids were kind of young. They didn't really understand.
No,
that
the
whole
older
thing.
ones. There were older ones because Josh was there and Stacy was about the same.
Oh, was Josh at my house at that time?
He was home.
Oh, okay.
We were downstairs doing Bob Jones with the little ones. I was, and then Josh was upstairs, and I don't know why he was watching TV, but he said, "Mom, a plane just flew into the World Trade Centers," and so we started watching it. And then I was like, "I've got to call Cindy because we hung out so much together."
Oh my goodness! And then Trisha moved up to Maine. Remember the time we went shopping? This is a funny story. We went
shopping all the time, so I don't know which one.
No, we were going to go to this place that is probably about a half an hour from my house. That everything's free. Like all these like excess paper, all kinds of stuff, business supplies. We both homeschooled, so we would take anything free you'd give us. Filing cabinets, like the world. And so,
which is a bad thing, taking all the free stuff, because then you have so much you don't know what to do with it.
It's true. So she had moved up to Maine, and she came down to see me, and we're like so excited. So we're driving in the car. This is at the beginning of cell phones. So I did have a cell phone, but all of a sudden I get this call, and I'm like, what? Huh? And Trisha was driving, and she was like, what's going on? Hello, Jim. So Trisha was saying what's going on, and what happened, I had probably like 10 kids at the time, and Stacy was the oldest, and she had her 2 kids at my house. I don't think Josh was there that time. Was he?
He wasn't. This was before Stacy was married.
Yeah. So what happened was she put my 2-year-old to bed in my room, and somehow he got hold of one of those lighters that is childproof, and he figured out how to get it to light. And so he went in and lit it, but I had like maps under my bed, like maps. I wish I had them now. They were really nice big maps. And he lit the maps on fire, and so they looked in my room, and there were flames everywhere. And so my daughter Stacy lifted up the bed. My daughter Katie wet some towels and threw the wet towels on it, and then my daughter Julie got all the kids outside of the house and gave them their coats and everything because it was cold. And then Stacy calls me, and she's like, well, Paul, he like started a fire in your room, but it's okay now, so you can go ahead and go shopping. I'm like, we have how many kids at home? I'll be right there. Well, hello, Kristi. You look so young.
Hey, did you give your daughter the link? Because she wanted to join. She could have chimed in on that.
She was in earlier. She probably just decided she wasn't going to join in. So.
Yeah, and you didn't send me the link. Nice.
With me if you want.
I did send her the link.
No, you didn't send me the link. I was like, where is it? Where's the link?
I didn't? I thought I sent it to you.
Yeah, it came after I asked, where's the link? I chatted.
Oh, okay.
And
Sorry.
I like, maybe I went on your YouTube. You were live on YouTube.
No, I was going to put this live on YouTube, and then I decided not to because I didn't want to make that like, I don't want to make it like, it's more like a meeting, not like a YouTube video. So, yeah. So how are you, Kasie? You're kind of quiet. How are things going for you?
Me or the other Kasie?
You, the quiet one.
It's going really well. I've had like a cold for since I was in Las Vegas about a month ago, so I've just been like trying to recover a bit and stuff. But yeah, like things are pretty good though, mostly. Been like trying to work on YouTube stuff a lot, and just kind of stay inside mostly.
Yeah. Now, do you live with family at all, or are you by yourself?
I was living with my boyfriend, and then just with everything that's going on, I was like, my sister lived a couple hours away, so I moved in with my sister.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. So now
that's good.
So now I'm with a little bit of family, but my mom, she's like, so I'm in North Carolina right now, and my mom, she's like across all the way in Colorado. Along with my dad and like a lot of other family, and my mom, she's been calling me every single day like, when are you coming to Colorado? You need to come to Colorado now. You need to be here now. And she's like, are you packing your stuff? You need to be on the road on the way to me. I'm just like, no, Mom.
Okay, I have to go to the school to pick up packets.
Oh, that's good.
Between 4 and 7.
That's good, Kasie. I'm glad your mother's calling. I keep calling my kids and they don't like it, but we have a family Facebook group, and it's all the. Julie, you want to mute your mic? That's okay. There you go.
I guess that doesn't work.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess not.
I'm muted.
Okay. There you go. So yeah, we have a family Facebook group, and it's just like my immediate family minus, because I have 13 kids. 4 are still living at home. 2 are sent home from college. So I have older kids that live on their own, and I just told them a few days ago, I said, can we be like the Waltons, like online techno Walton family, and just check in every night, And some of my kids get it. They're like, I'm good, Mom. I'm good. Good night. And some of them are like, that's really stupid. But it's a hard time. And, I can't sleep knowing my kids are out, So it's good when your mom is wanting to know you're okay, and you can let her know and just give her the assurance. Right, Kasie? Other Kasie?
My mom and I still talk every night, and I talk to my kids almost every night, or at least text. They're texting.
Yeah. And I wasn't into texting either, but I'm like, you do what they do because you got to keep the communication going, and they don't understand. And I know they're busy, but like I have a boy out in Colorado right now, and he works at a gym. He's like a personal trainer. And I don't hear from him very much, but he said, he got let go for 30 days at least. They don't know what they're going to do. She worked at a coffee shop. He worked at the gym.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hard.
My daughter's work is still open.
Where does she work?
At the vet clinic, and they're handing the pets through the door or going to the cars to get them, but nobody's going in. But she's still... They're still doing the surgeries and everything, but
wow. Well, they say the pets can even carry the
that's
virus.
What I think.
Yeah.
I was thinking of getting rid of my pet.
Up in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Kasie.
Yeah, it's crazy.
My son is in Tampa. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
How is he doing? Is he still at the college?
They closed college and canceled graduation. So, but he has his own house there.
Oh, good.
So,
Okay.
yeah, he's got a house. So, I forgot he doesn't have to move out of the dorm. So, but he said they are given so much homework right now. He thinks some of the teachers think they need something to do. He said, I don't think they understand how stressed we are trying to get stuff done and get things together.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Well, my son, he just started talking to this girl. He's my son, Paul. He's my tallest boy. He started talking to this girl, and when they told him to go home, he said he wanted to travel here and travel there, and he wanted to go see this girl. And I'm like, you can't go anywhere if you want to go see that girl. And so I ended up calling up her mother and saying, because she's in Kentucky, and I said, are you okay with Paul going there? And she's, seemed really okay with it. And so I said, well, if he goes there, that's where he's going to stay, because every state is closing down. And her husband's a pastor. And we were kind of joking about, what's the word? Social distancing dating. But so he just texted me and he said he found a job, like a landscaping type job. So I called her and she said she'd kind of watch out for him and stuff, because I said, I don't think it would be good for him to just travel around and then come home, or even travel much at all. So
I think my son is moving up his wedding.
Oh, okay.
Kelly's like, what? I know, Kelly, I know.
No, that's good. I mean, all of us.
I think
VIP
that's
okay.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we all know how bad it can be, more than the rest of the world does. So we understand, if anyone. The rest of the world's not getting it. They're not understanding. I'm sure you guys are trying to tell the people in your world. But yeah, nobody gets it, but we've seen firsthand. So yeah.
He says the statistics show that this is just, I don't know where he got it from, but he said statistics show that it'll peak in end of April. So they're thinking about moving the wedding to soon. So I was boohooing last night thinking I can't go. And he's like, Mom, are you going to drive here or what? And I'm like, okay, on my way. Tell me when. I'm like, wait, how many people? We can't have more than 10.
Wow. That's so sad. It's sad, but honestly, sometimes we make weddings way too much, I mean, it's nice to have your family there. Like if you have a big church, all your church people want to go. But my daughter's in Georgia and she has a wedding planned for August. And honestly, I was thinking they should just get married, because then I'll know that he's watching out for her, like right now, I just feel like she's on her own, and she's like, well, I'll be fine, Mom, I'll be fine. So we have a plan to go to Georgia in August, so we'll see how that goes. But so they say the end of April. I was hoping it would be more like a week or two.
Yeah.
Who knows where he got it from? I didn't ask, but.
Oh, Mindy, awesome. She's a new friend of mine, and she's on. Hello. Yeah. So we have 4, 8, 10 people. So most of us are VIPKID teachers. So have you been watching at all, or you just?
I just made it into the meeting.
Okay, good.
I was outside gardening. Look at how hot I am.
Nice. Where do you live?
I live in Texas, near Houston.
Near Houston. Okay.
So my daughter is very into gardening. I don't know. Let's see.
Going back now.
Can you see the picture?
Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah.
And so she brought me some plants and stuff and helped me put them in the garden.
Nice. So what are they?
Tips.
Like, yeah, tips. Kristi and I are.
It's our first year.
It's not my first year, but I'm a failure at gardening, and I want to change that.
Well, last year I did a raised bed, and then I built like a cage around it, and it worked really well. But this year she said that my raised bed needed more soil, more dirt added, and we didn't have any. So we just put it in like one of the flower beds on the side. And because I do layer like mulch every single year here in Texas, because it gets washed away, then she was digging and there were worms in it. So she said, it's really good soil, Mom. This is like perfect soil. You should get some good, stuff, but it doesn't have a fence around it. So I'm worried that it's going to get eaten by animals. So.
That's my problem too.
Yeah.
Trisha's a really good gardener. Are you still gardening, Trisha?
Once they took away doe permits, we got so many deer that I just can't have a garden anymore.
Wow.
Where
that's
do you
terrible.
live, Trisha?
What's that?
Where do you live?
I live in central Maine. If you look at a map of Maine and you put your finger right in the middle, that's where we live.
No.
Very cool.
We're about 3.5 hours from any border because we're right in the middle.
Okay.
Can we have everyone say where they're from? I'm curious.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So why don't you start, Michelle?
Okay, I live in Clinton, Massachusetts. So
That's
we're
the same town that my daughter lives in.
Yeah, we live just down the street from her. We walked to her house, but so we're just about an hour outside of Boston.
Oh, nice.
Okay, and I'm from New Hampshire. Awesome. Yeah. More crafting videos. So, yeah, there's a lot of crafters. Now, Mindy, are you in the crafters group for VIPKID teachers?
I think I joined it. I think I had heard you mention it. I'll have to look.
Okay.
So is it VIPKID Crafters?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
I've now joined so many groups in the last 5 months of teaching that it's hard to keep track of it all.
Yeah. So
one of you guys should make a how to knit video
how
on your
to
channel.
actually knit.
Or I crocheted a little as a kid, but I forgot. So anything, share it.
Yeah, I did make a how to do grandma's knitting, the dishcloth, and I kind of did a little bit how to knit. I don't know if a lot of times the people, when they do a video, they'll put it like over the top so that you can really see the hands doing it.
Honestly, there's a ton of them out there. That's how I learned to.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the little kid who does it? Oh, what is his name? I can't remember. I'm going to Google it and I'm going to let you know because you guys need to watch this kid. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He can crochet so fast.
He's like
13.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like on Ellen or some show.
Was he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, recently. Yes.
I did make a video. Who was talking about gardening? Oh, Mindy. I did make a video just before this, like gardening on a penny, I think I called it. Because they say, it really doesn't matter the content of the video. It just matters what the title is. So I was like, maybe this will get some. But what I did was I got my seeds at the dollar store. And I showed that I'm using like recycling containers. Like instead of going out and buying containers to plant your stuff in, cut off your milk jug or use stuff that's in your recycle bucket and use that for your potting, for your seeds. Because I'm like, I don't want to spend all kinds of money on containers. I'll just find containers around the house or whatever. So.
No, we can't even start gardening up here till sometimes the end of June.
Minnesota too.
We have a really short season. I wanted to show you
Yeah.
something. This is what I came up to find one day. Can you see it?
Oh, what is it?
It's my yarn.
Oh, your yarn.
Now,
Oh.
so that was before, and this is after.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then this is the poor pitiful dog that chewed it up.
Oh, my word.
Oh, no.
My husband sent the picture and I said, he's dead. That's all I said. And I stayed down there because I was so upset because that's the yarn for the blanket that I'm working on. Like all 4 or 5 skeins.
Wow.
And
Was that
so
expensive yarn?
No, but
No.
it's got dog slobber all over it now. No, it doesn't really.
Gross.
But he does that every once in a while. He gets like stressed out. If we come in and out too many times, then he gets stressed out. Or if we, if I don't know, I don't know what it is. Like the snow comes off the roof, it makes him stressed out. He's a 90-pound freaking pit bull, and he's
Wow.
big.
Wow.
But,
Nice.
but,
Well, we have a little tiny Chihuahua that's like a watchdog.
yeah, I had a Chihuahua for a while. That was fun. But
Chihuahuas, give me a big pit bull or a German Shepherd or something any day. Little Chihuahua, I'm out of there.
Yeah, they're
I'll
pretty
find a
crazy.
Chihuahua for a long time.
You have one?
I did. He passed away, but he lived 9 lives pretty much, like
Right.
a long time. And everybody hated him but me.
I think they have the little man syndrome, you know, the Napoleon complex.
Yeah, yeah.
And they pick certain people to love, and then they hate everybody else. But,
Yep, that's it. Yep, that's it. Totally.
my mother went in the hospital, and I had to watch her dog for her. So it was okay. But can you imagine a little Chihuahua and a pit bull?
A Chihuahua and a pit bull. Yeah, that
They
would.
do.
The Chihuahua would win.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Chihuahua.
We had Clifford. You remember Clifford,
Yep.
Trisha? Yeah, Clifford got hit by a car.
Oh.
But when we had the two dogs, the Chihuahua always was the boss. But when Clifford died, she was just like so beside herself because it's like nobody to boss around.
Cleo,
You know,
or something?
Cleo, yeah.
Hey, Cindy.
Yes.
I need to run. I have to go pick up schoolwork for my kids.
Oh, yeah. For homeschooling.
Yes. Yes. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm really excited that they're home. I know that's. I'm taking advantage of them being home,
Yeah.
not having to wake them up, not having to get them out the door, not having. It is more expensive to feed them when they're home, but
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
My
so-
husband's like, you can't keep eating that. You know, you got to pace yourself. And I'm like, he's like, I'm gonna have to lock it up. I'm like, yep.
yes.
You
But
gotta
it
do
was nice to see everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you for
coming.
Julie.
Bye.
They had on the news in the Houston area a picture of these huge long lines of cars waiting to pick up free food, of everyone needing the food.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Here's what I'm working on
Geez.
making. This is supposed to look like a chick. Does it look
Very
like a chick?
cute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
it.
It was just a little like craft kit from like the Dollar Tree, I think. And there were like 6 in there. So I thought, oh, at Easter time, I'll make it for like baby chicks. And I was thinking maybe to put like make a little paper egg and have it like coming out of the egg kind of thing. So when we talk about the chick and they hatch and all that.
What levels do you teach mostly?
Well, I'm the one I'm certified levels 1 through 7 now. I still have only taught 4 level 5s, so I'm still on my basic level 5. And I complained because they never give me 5, so I can't get off the basic to get the advanced. And so they went ahead and let me get certified for 6. So now I'm basic 6 as well. And then somehow they sent me an invite to get certified for 7. So I have 5, 6, and 7 basic only.
Okay.
I don't know how I got that,
Kelly,
except I complained.
Sorry. When
Oh.
Kelly was live the other day, you mentioned that they needed 6 and 7, right, Kelly?
Yeah, so
yes.
maybe that's why. Yes,
Yeah,
maybe
it was
that's
in the
why.
weekly report. So,
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Paula.
Hi, Paula.
Hi, Paula.
How is everybody?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you getting ready to do online for your public school?
Well, our school district is meeting today at 4, and so
Oh, wow.
we're fixing to find out what we're going to have to do. So I think it's coming. Yes.
My friends in Dodds are doing Google Me. I guess it's kind of like Google Hangouts used to be, but now it's Google Me. And
Oh, wow.
they all have a set of times and stuff now. But in Germany, the internet is so bad. She's a single mom of 5, so they all need to do online school, and she needs to teach. So 6 of them on the internet. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Oh, wow.
That's what well, I don't have a lot of kids I have to deal with, but I figured I'm just going to do a Zoom call with the kids I have to work with. And then,
So are you in a brick and mortar, Cindy, as well?
I'm in a small Christian school, yeah. It's just a
Okay.
really small school, and I have like a couple special needs kids. But I need to do something because usually what happens is I teach so that my kids can go to school. So if I don't do my part, I'm going to have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Right, right.
So it's kind of mixture. Like I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff, so.
Wow.
Well, up here in the sticks, we have to pay where we are because there's no internet. I have to pay $104 a month for 10
Wow.
megabits speed every month. So
Wow.
we got pretty lucky up here, Cindy. We get our modem for our internet is up on a pine tree that's like the height of my house 3 times. And then it goes underground. The line goes underground under our driveway into our house to a router. And then we have we plug in a line to the router that goes out to a little dish on the outside of my house, and it shoots a beam down to the new shop. And that's how we get internet down there, so we don't have to pay $104 again.
Oh, wow.
And I cook with wood, but we got to have internet, right?
Well, I remember way back your internet was kind of like not real great.
Bad, but
this is good.
It still comes from 2 towns away.
Teachers, I have to say goodbye now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Good to see you all.
Thank you for coming,
See you
Laura.
later. Bye,
See you later.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, she made it.
Last, Cindy, isn't it 40 minutes?
How long is it? Well, I just instead of doing 1 hour, I just said 2 hours. So I'm sure we're not going to stay for 2 hours, but my husband's going to come home and he's going to want to eat. So
yeah, I got corned beef and cabbage cooking because I forgot to do it last night.
For St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, I'm a little late, but that's
you're a day late.
Yeah, who cares? It sounds delicious.
Yum.
yeah.
We ate it last night. We're having it again because we had so many leftovers, so it works.
Good.
My husband doesn't like it, so I never eat it because it's just me. So
Really? Yeah, my husband, he doesn't really eat cabbage. He loves corned beef, but I'm like, I don't really want to cook corned beef just for corned beef. You have to have the whole thing or nothing, in my opinion.
and he's not picky, but he doesn't like boiled dinners. That's the only. I mean, he'll eat them, but he's just kind of like, nah. I'm like,
And that's probably a New England thing, right?
I think so.
You probably did that a lot. Oh, he is from?
He's from
oh.
Well, I didn't boil mine. I roasted mine in the oven, and then I cooked my cabbage separately. I kind of steamed it with a little bit of oil on top of the stove because my kids didn't really like it boiled. But so we cooked it a little differently, but it's still the same stuff, the carrots and the potatoes, and so it still tasted pretty good.
My sister, she's like obsessed with beer. So she put like beef broth and beer in like a crock pot, and then she put she put vegetables in there first, and then the corned beef, and then she put the cabbage in last because it doesn't eat as long. But I mean, it was really good. It was just a different way to cook it. I don't know.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Alice Pinn lives in Armenia, which is 8 hours ahead of us. Wow. Cool. Hello. We were just talking about where everybody lived in the country, and she's off.
Originally from New Jersey, so.
Originally from
I'm
where?
an East Coaster. I'm originally from New Jersey, so I'm an East Coaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So what is your country that you're in right now? Armenia.
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 It's a little country about the size of New Jersey, which is to the east of Turkey.
Okay.
So it's almost midnight there.
Yeah, it is. It's actually 12:30.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how are things there?
I would say about the same as they are in the U.S. right now. Yeah, pretty much just staying at home. Yeah. Trying not to go anywhere.
Can't believe this.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys, sorry. Go ahead.
How is it
grocery store wise for y'all?
You know, I have to say it's probably a little better than the pictures I've been seeing coming from the US, because it's a smaller country, and also I think like the panic hasn't quite set in as big as it has in the US. But it's starting to. I'm starting to see the empty shelves. One of the good things though is that here the government has been encouraging people to shop online, and some supermarkets have actually sort of taken up this business where they actually do home delivery. So that's been nice. Yeah.
That's nice.
So do you have a family or do you live by yourself?
I live with my husband here, so fortunately, like, no one else to worry about too much. Yeah. Although I do worry about my parents who are in New Jersey right now. Yeah, I definitely am worried about them.
Okay, so
Yeah, how about all of you?
the big question of the day, Alice, do you have toilet paper in your grocery stores?
I know, right? That was one of the first things that I bought. That was like about a month ago. And now I'm like, yeah.
Crazy.
Why was I getting
I
so
hope
crazy
we're
about
laughing about this in a month when all of our toilet paper runs out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, part of what's so crazy, right, is that we just don't know how long this might last.
Right,
So you might think you're prepared, but you just really don't know.
Right.
That's right.
Well, we still have washcloths and washing machines, so I mean.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, fortunately, we still have running water, you know.
Right.
Kelly, how was the grocery store when you went? I saw on something you were going today or yesterday.
Yeah, I couldn't find any eggs until I went today to 3 stores. The 7-Eleven a mile from me had eggs. That was the only thing I was really missing. I went Thursday and bought a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have plenty of toilet paper too. You guys, just while we were all talking, I got a note that our schools are now closed till April 15th or 14th or something. Just got the word. Wow. Yeah.
So Alice, are you a VIP Kid teacher too?
You know, I am like just waiting on my background check. I actually just passed the level 4-5 mock today, and I passed the 2-3 mock last week or earlier this week sometime.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm just like waiting. Yeah.
Congratulations! Yay!
Okay, so you got my message from the iPad group then.
That's right. Yeah,
Okay.
and I have been seeing that there's been lots of iPad app drama lately. Is that true?
Yes. Well, because they switched the app like last weekend, and honestly, the email I got from VIPKID said that it was to make it easy group, just because my thinking was I can help people. If you have an iPad, you can use it for teaching. Like, that's what happened to me. I ended up, that's all I had, and I used it quite a bit. And then I found out a lot of people prefer that. But, you know, if you want to use it as a backup, you do have to like know how to use it. It is easy once you figure it out, but there's a few different little things you got to do to be ready.
Yeah. It's my backup, and good thing I have it as a backup, because a couple times now I've needed it.
It saved me so many times. So I probably have several teacher no-shows of that. And Cindy, I'm glad that you keep us up on when things change, because I wouldn't have known about the app change. So
and remind us to update.
And I've realized I have to say it over and over and over, because even though I say it over and over and over, new people come into the group and then what is going on? Like, I gotta teach in 5 minutes, you know, and then you feel bad. But I just want to say, guys, I made you a video. I tried to put some, you know, a video list up there for you, and you know, don't wait till 5 minutes before class to figure it out. Like, but I think it's hard right now because the IT people are lower. The firemen are fewer right now. So when I first started, it was like, if your student was late, you contact firemen. If your pages don't advance, anything happens bad, you call the firemen. But now it's like, please don't call the firemen. They're going to switch your line, and then they're going to leave.
Yep.
Is the staff low because of the virus outbreak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, so I just bought a laminator. I finally upgraded a little bit some things, because my props after 6 months are starting to fall apart, some of them, the ones I use all the time. And so I have this verb chart I've used forever. and I always had it in like a sheet protector, but it's always falling out. So I laminated it, but now I have trouble like erasing it. Like the ink, it doesn't come off the laminate as easily as it came off the sheet protector. Does anybody have like a suggestion? Or because I like to write on this, which is why I laminate it, but now it's hard. I'm like scrubbing between classes trying to get it to come off.
It might be the kind of dry erase you have, because I know some are better than others on there.
Okay.
But I will say, like, the board from VIPKid is not as easy to erase as my cheapy ones from, Walmart or something. So.
Can you put it in a sheet
have something to
like it is?
Well, I might be able to, because it is a little stiffer now.
What do you use to wipe it off with?
Just a dry erase.
Yeah, like I would try to use, I have like a wipe that's not wet, like something that's like a cloth type of substance rather than that eraser.
You know what
Dry.
That would work.
And you probably have a lot of it. Hand sanitizer.
I thought you were going to say toilet paper.
And dryer sheets. Dryer sheets are real good. Yes.
Okay.
And
Everybody
baby wipes
knew.
too.
Oh, baby wipes. I thought everybody knew the trick about getting Sharpie off.
Yes, I do know that one.
That you use
What
the
is
dry
it?
erase marker over Sharpie.
Oh, right.
And
right.
then wipe it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that works good, a friend of mine said WD-40. If you put that on like a cloth, that might work too. And just, I would say if you're going to use it all the time, just have a little cotton cloth, put WD-40 on it, and see if that will work.
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder if an alcohol wipe would work, like a little bit of rubbing alcohol.
Oh, yeah, that might work too.
Because I think that's what's in the hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that dry erase board spray, that spray, that cleaner spray, and that works really well on my VIPKid board, because I agree. That one looks like such a nice board, but it does not erase as well as I would want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Expo spray, Kelly.
Yeah.
I love my.
This.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Good prop,
Have
Kelly.
some of that.
It's always prepared.
You could just put your. You could just put
we
your.
go to the one in Hudson, New Hampshire. Actually, Cindy, we only have 2 in all of New England. So, but we are members there.
If you do go, that's where I got mine, and I have that spray too, and it had a bunch of the Sharpie, or not Sharpies, the dry erase markers. I haven't had to buy a new one for, I think, since I started. So.
Okay. Yeah, I do have a little bottle, but I'm kind of like saving it for.
I know it's hard to actually. I have mine put up because I didn't want to ever use.
Well, my kids get a hold of it, and then they spray everything, and I'm like, this bottle won't last forever.
You could also alternatively like just put your now laminated sheet back into another sleeve and right on top of the sleeve.
Yeah, I could try that. I thought about even just a wet rag, just keeping something handy that's damp.
I found that the wet rag doesn't do well with the dry erase marker. I actually have tried what you did with this laminated paper, and I had the same problem. And nothing really did it. Alcohol didn't work.
I think that
water definitely doesn't work.
I had
Maybe that the material is a little porous, actually. I think so. I think that's.
You can also try fingernail polish remover. Like if you just did like a little tiny bit on a piece of cotton, or like I said, like a cotton rag. That's another hack. Like on my board at school, sometimes you leave it up there for a while and then you go to erase it and it doesn't come off. So that was recommended. WD-40 or fingernail polish remover, which I would probably prefer WD-40 because I wouldn't want to use too much nail polish remover. But I would think if you put on a rag, it would kind of stay in the rag a little bit. But on my whiteboard, I wipe it off. Like I said, I have like a makeup wipe that it dried out, and I just use that, and it works really well. So yeah.
Thank you. I'll try some of those.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have to close this meeting because, life goes on. Thank you guys so much for coming. And you guys were a dry run. We're actually doing our church meeting tonight on Zoom. so this was kind of helping me to practice.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good. It's good to see everybody.
Thank you for coming,
Hey.
Paula.
Yes. Sorry.
I love your background.
Thank you. I just put that up yesterday.
Okay, so raise your hand if you have a YouTube channel. So I know everybody, so you can look up for us on YouTube.